I want to welcome you all to the meeting of the Board of Equalization, also known as the Assessment Appeals Board, County of Madera. It's Thursday, June the 6th, 2019. It's 9 a.m. and we will do the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance, flag, United States of America, republic for nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Okay, next item is public comment. I don't see any members of the public here. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, to the consent calendar. And we have a whole list of items there. Do I need to read those items in, Michael, or can we just say, okay? We have minutes, withdrawals, and two continuances. Does any member of the board want to take one of them off and discuss it, or are we okay?
Mr. Chairman, I think I see three continuances.
I'm sorry?
I think I see three continuances, E, F, and
Yeah.
records.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, I said two. There's three on there. Yes. Okay. And I assume the assessor staff has no objection to the continuances. Okay. I'm not hearing any comments, so would someone like to make a motion?
Okay, I make a motion to approve the minutes of the March 7th meeting.
I second.
Yeah, we don't have to do it item by item.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to say we approve the consent calendar.
Okay, and I make a motion to approve the agenda for May 2nd.
Consent calendar, yes, I second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the consent calendar be approved. All those in favor say.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, before you vote, I think the motion still doesn't encompass the entire consent calendar. Does
Okay.
it?
So we going to make the motion for just the May 2nd minutes.
No, he's
The
asking.
the motion
the-
should be to approve the consent calendar.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
I second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the consent calendar. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Okay. We now would swear in any parties and witnesses in attendance to provide testimony. I think we do have to swear in the staff, don't we?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
No, but we're not really having any hearings. No one's here. I mean, I can.
It's up to the chair. I mean, they're not really giving testimony as they would in a hearing, but they will be giving explanations, I'm sure. So whatever you'd like to do is fine.
That's fine. Then we don't need to do the swearing in. Okay. And that's kind of a preview of coming attractions, but we've received documents here that says that all of the hearings have been either resolved or continued. So we're not expecting to have any testimony today, true testimony. Okay. On the hearings, first one is 5A 4575, and it's a hearing for Diaz Melvin G. and Diaz Evelyn G., co-trustees 17R033. And our latest information is that the applicant agreed to a stipulation of value, and we were awaiting the documents, and we got a stack of new documents this morning. Do we have those documents, Sarah?
Yes.
Yes, we do. And
Yes.
do the assessor's office agrees we have those?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
we had, the assessor signed the documents this morning after
Okay.
receiving them yesterday.
Okay. Mr. Ott, are you satisfied?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any comments from members of the board? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the appeal changes for the posting of this agenda. Are we talking about the whole?
No, we're talking about
Five.
item
Oh,
5A.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to do the whole thing. Okay.
No, that, we already did that. That was a consent calendar. These are the individual hearings.
Appeals.
We got to do them
Okay.
one at a time.
Okay. I move that we approve the Diaz Melvin and Diaz Evelyn G. co-trustee 17R033.
I second it.
It's been moved and seconded. I call for a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item 5B, 4415, hearing for LNP 17R034. And we were also awaiting documents on this one. There'd been an agreement. Have we received those documents?
Yes, sir, we have. This one was continued from the last hearing because we were awaiting documents, and those also came in yesterday.
Okay.
Same situation for item C and D.
Okay. Sarah, we've got those documents? Okay, she agrees. Okay. I'm looking at a document right now, so it was in the stack that we got. Any comments, Mr. Ott, or you satisfied?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
My question is, what is happening on these cases? Are they were
These-
continuous on these or?
Well, these were, this item, B, C, and D are all hangars out at the Madera Municipal Airport. And our office valued them initially when the hangars were constructed in the early 2000s as if they were owned in fee. Basically, the owners of these hangars own the hangars. But in reality, they're actually owned by the city, and the owners have a long-term lease. So we needed to make our assessment reflect that final ownership would reside with the city.
Okay, so was there a confusion on the ownership?
No, we just, when these hangars were initially constructed, we just valued them improperly.
Who should be billed for this, for the tax?
Right.
The city or the private? party?
The depends on how the agreements are written. I believe in this case, the entity is responsible for paying the taxes on. I'm sorry, the individual owners pay the taxes on.
Even when they're leasing?
Yes, it's called a possessory interest. So
Okay.
if, in theory, government-owned property is all of our property, but if I sign a lease that says I can use this specific piece of property and only I can use this specific piece of property, that's what's called a possessory interest. So there's
Right, but according to the lease agreement.
right. So
the-
there's a
The
taxable.
tenant is supposed to pay the property tax.
They can, not always, but typically, yes. the
Well,
tenant
according to
does.
this agreement, this particular one.
Right.
So where did we reach the agreement with? I mean, what kind of agreement we reached?
Well, so what happened was the city signed a land lease with these tenants.
Right.
In exchange for that land lease, the tenants agreed to build a hangar within city specifications, but basically build their own hangar. But the lease says at the end of the 30 or 40-year lease term, that property becomes the city's.
Along with the hangar?
The land is the city's. The hangar becomes city property
Okay.
at the end of the lease term. So the tenant doesn't have
So
that
they're
full
just
bundle.
using it upon those
Right,
lease terms.
right.
lease year.
So and as soon as the lease expires, the tenant has no claim to the building. So we valued it, because it was a lease in excess of 35 years, that can be considered a change of ownership for property tax purposes. But the possessory interest nature of it should have overridden that.
What is your conclusion? What are we going to do?
The values that you have on the stipulation represent the correct way to do it. This methodology came from an appeal that was, I believe, 2 years ago with Madeira Aviation. That we also agreed that we needed to change the methodology on that one. So we took the formulas from that prior appeal and applied it to these three hangars. And the resulting stipulation values stem from that.
You are
Correct.
still in the negotiation stage?
No,
It's finalized?
yes,
The applicant agrees?
yes, yeah, he's signed the stipulation.
So this is resolved.
This is it.
Okay, thank you. So that will be for item B, C, and D, right?
Yeah, it's, David Barry owns the other two. This is owned by LNP, but all three are the same situation.
Okay. All right. I make a motion that we accept that we approve the assessment as assessed by the assessor's office on item 5B 17R034, 5C 17R035, and 5D 17R036.
I second.
Michael, are you okay with
Yes.
all three of them?
Yes.
Okay. And on all three of them, we do have all the documents?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor of approving the stipulated values for 17R34, 17R035, and 17R036, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Here, the motion passes. Okay. Next is item 5E, also 4950, hearing for Ambika, 18R002. And we have a withdrawal. I assume, Sarah, we have the document of the withdrawal?
Yes. I presented it to you this morning.
Yeah, okay. And do you agree we have all the documents?
Yes.
Okay. Anything you wish to say regarding the withdrawal?
No, we reached out to the applicant's agent. He indicated to the appraiser that talked with him that he had kind of a high caseload. And Sarah called us, I believe, Tuesday, let us know that she'd received the withdrawals.
Okay. Okay.
I make a motion that we withdraw the Amica 18R002 as applicant's request.
I second it.
Been moved and second that we acknowledge the withdrawal for item 4950, 18R002. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, the next four hearing items are actually the same general.
Yes, correct. It's
I assume this is four different 7-Elevens?
three. The one out on Country Club has a vacant lot next to
Oh, okay.
it. Appeal number 18R013.
But it's basically the same people.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, and they have asked for a postponement to August 1. They have not had a postponement before?
Not on this year.
Okay. And do you have any objection to the postponement?
No, we've been working with them. We're asking for information as far as income and expenses go. They've provided some, but not a complete picture of what's going on these three stores. She's going to work with her client some more to see if she can fill out the rest of the information we're asking for. Didn't come together before today. So.
Which ones are these properties?
This is the 7-Eleven, with 76 gasoline up in Oakhurst.
Okay, okay,
The 76 it used to be a Valero. I believe it's been rebranded to a 76 on Country Club and 17. And then the 76 on Robertson First Street.
In Chowchilla.
oh, in Churchill.
Churchill.
Okay. Okay, I see. Okay, I make a motion on item 5F, 18R011, 5G, 18R012, 5H, 18R013, and 5I, 18R014, and we accept the postponement as requested by the applicant.
To August 1st.
To what is
August
it?
1st.
August 1st.
I second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that the 4 items for 7-Eleven be continued to August 1st. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Next item is stipulation of assessed value. We've already handled those. They weren't stipulations, I guess, when we wrote the agenda, but now they are. So they've been taken care of. Okay, item 7 is the revised local rules of the Assessment Appeals Board. And I guess would someone from the assessor's office like to make any comments on it? I think you guys basically drew it up, so.
Yes, we did.
So I'm assuming that you're satisfied with them at this point in time.
Yes.
Okay. How about for the board members? Have had a chance to look at it and ready to, I assume, Mr. Ott, that we just make a recommendation. Do we actually vote these in? I thought the Board of Supervisors did. We can adopt them? Oh, okay. I see.
Mr. Chairman, before you approve or adopted the new rules, could I just mention something? My last read, I'm Tran Cooper from the Assessor's Office, Deputy Assessor for Business and Personal Property Division. I'm not sure if you have a hard copy, but I have a hard copy here. I will give them to you. On page 2, I made a little minor typo correction. Item D, top of the page, section should read 1603, not 1613. I'm sorry about that. It's a typo. And I think that's pretty much it. And I have a summary here also for your reference when you review them. What's the current proposed rules are and what the current rules are. So you can refer them back and forth if you find that it's necessary. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you can have my copy after I'm done. It's the same copy. If you have any question,
Yep.
I may
I
be able to
just,
answer them.
Just have a comment and we can maybe all discuss it. It's on the last page, item 17. Lack of appearance by applicant or agent, period for reconsideration. I was thinking, when we send a notice to the applicant to appear, we should add a note there or something of the fact that states that the non-appearance may result in the denial of the appeal. It does say in this paragraph, but I'm saying when we send a notice to the applicant for appearing to come over here,
Yes.
we should maybe put in capital letter or something that they take it not lightly, that they must appear before the board. Otherwise, they could, I mean, we can come up with a better wording. Our counsel can help us with that so that they understand that if they don't appear on the day we are supposed to, they could lose their case. That should be very specifically mentioned on the notice of.
So
Yes.
it is, and it's highlighted in yellow for the applicant.
Great.
Every applicant receives this 2-page hearing notice, which I've recently in the last few months also included on your packet so that you could see exactly what every applicant is told.
Okay.
And it states, please be advised that under Assessment Appeals Board Rule Local Rule 12, which I guess now will be 17
17.
coming forward.
Right.
If you do not attend the scheduled hearing for your appeal will be denied on the assessor's opinion. A value may be enrolled. If you are unable to appear on the date your appeal is scheduled to be heard, it is your responsibility to notify the clerk of the board and the assessor's office in writing 21 days in advance to request that your appeal be heard at a later date. So these individuals also, they're not getting their refund if they're requesting it less than the 21 days as stated in their notice.
Okay, that's perfect. Good. Thank you.
Sarah, how about Mr. Rowe and Mr. Reed? Have they provided any comments on this?
I only received word from Reed, and it was in regard, it was just a term that he disagreed with, yes, which I believe the assessor's office concurred with.
Mhm.
It was too vague.
So John Reed only stated that it may not exceed 90 days. He didn't like the wording, may not exceed. Hang on. The assessor's office would like to add. He didn't want it to state except under extraordinary. Yeah. He didn't want it to state except under extraordinary circumstances because
Did
it's
you
too.
make those changes
vague.
to the text?
Not in the document you received. That was afterthought, and we have not added to it, but we would like to add that to your package
Okay.
as the sentence of Rule 14 right now, continuance request. That will be added if you approve
Okay.
and adopt.
Okay, excuse me, but I'm confused as to what the that that's going to be added is. It's not clear in the record what we're talking about.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
I think
sorry.
I know because I have a copy of the email Mr. Reed sent. But I noticed the thing you just passed out this morning doesn't have that language that I had suggested about can't exceed the extent postponement can't exceed 90 days except under ordinary circumstances.
Yes.
And then Mr. Reed wrote an email saying he didn't think the extraordinary circumstances language should be in there. I disagree with him and I think it should be in there, but I see no version of it is in what you handed out this morning. So what's the plan?
Well, we would like to add the, if you think it should be left alone, the except under an extraordinary orders, extraordinary circumstances should be left in there, we would agree to that, and we would add that to the continuance rule.
Okay, I do think that language needs to be in here, but I noticed that none of that language is in here.
Not yet, because
Oh, I thought
That
we were
has-
going to have the board adopt this morning.
I could go add that right at this moment.
Well, let's see what the board wants to do.
Yes.
But the discussion we're having here has to do with page 7, paragraph 14. The second sentence, a new second sentence would be added in there that says, the request for postponement may not exceed 90 days from the scheduled commencement date, except under ordinary circumstances. Or excuse me, extraordinary
Extraordinary.
circumstances.
Yes,
And that's the language that they want to be added. The extraordinary circumstances language was what Mr. Reed objected to, but I think he's not correct. So,
We need to just table this till next month, have them redo it and bring us a corrected. That's how I feel.
Are we under a time constraint on doing this? No. So can you make that and give us another updated version for next month?
yes, I would add that sentence to it.
Yeah, okay.
maybe we could get it out as soon as possible so they can actually take action.
I can do it right after the meeting.
That'll work.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to
I
make a
think
motion
that
to put
was
that
the
on.
last item,
Do we have to make a motion?
unless, well, we have staff reports and our agenda request. Anybody got anything they want to put on there?
So if y'all could make a motion to
Yes.
continue the local rules to August 1st, I'd appreciate it.
Thank
Oh, okay. All right.
you.
Well, motion to continue to August 1.
I motion that we continue the 7A, the revision to the table to August 1st meeting. You have a second?
I second it.
It's been moved and seconded that we continue the item 7A 4896, discussion of local rules, to the August 1 meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Sarah, I don't have my calendar with me, but there's no July meeting? Why? Never mind, thank you.
Staff reports and our agenda request. I'm not seeing any activity there. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Okay.
We are adjourned.
So that is going to be emailed to us with the revisions. So we can see it.